What do you guys know about the place so far? Like, what have you heard? What have
I had
you?
nightmares for a couple weeks now before coming
Are you
here.
sensitive?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Makes sense.
It was always in the living room, and just a man would come up to the table and say, like, it's not safe for me to come here and to stay away. Like, over and over and over again. A real, like, tall guy, but older.
So this family, there's a family that moved in here in the 1970s. They were 1970 through 1974 that moved in from Buffalo. And the reason I'm you know, kind of feel funny because you're saying it always happened in the living room. It always happened in the living room. So this family came here. They thought this was going to be their dream home away from the city and pond and be a great place to raise kids. And immediately what started happening is they started having things happening like doors opening, like little subtle things, and then it got to the point where kids were being physically harmed, and then poltergeist-like activity was happening in the house, and they were seeing creatures on the outside that they couldn't explain. They started seeing shadow figures, a woman in white out by the pond, dancing around the pond. Numerous people saw it. Um, they would see an entity or who they thought was a person on the outside of the house. They'd run outside to see who it is, and then they'd look back in the window and see the same person inside the house and disappear. So there's been numerous counts of things like that happening to this family. So the priest eventually did end up coming to the house. Was in the kitchen, and the whole family is here, and he performed a mass in the kitchen, and then things died down for a couple of weeks, and then it ramped back up full force to the point where he had a structural exorcism approved from the Vatican to perform here. So he prepared the family, and he came with a film crew from New York City, documenting everything that happened. Tapes lost. I haven't been able to find it yet. The Alex Tanis, who was a famous psychic back in the 70s, was here. Ed and Lorraine Warren were here. They basically had the family all kneeling in the living room, and they performed the structural exorcism in the living room. Um, the account that I have, a handwritten account from Clara Dandy, and then from Paul Kenyon, who was also here during the exorcism, said that the whole house shook. And then they had a microphone outside the window, and they picked up this screaming noise on the microphone, and then the whole place was cleared probably within like 20 seconds. And then they did a blessing on the outside of the house and left, and then again it died down and came back full force again. And the priest's advice to the family was to hightail it out of here, and they left and moved all the way to California, got out of here as fast as they could.